Big hips. Use those hips to get you up.
What is up, everybody? So it's been probably 3-4 weeks since I put out something on YouTube here. I've made videos, so we're gonna kind of do a CrossFit Open recap from the last 3 weeks. But I've been fighting all sorts of kind of nagging injuries over the last, 2 months now. My hip flexor, I'm finally getting back to the point where I think that one is just about healed up. I'm being pretty cautious as I come back to squatting more and adding more weight and more volume, but it's feeling good. And from the 4x4x48, big shocker, I injured something in my foot. Not sure exactly what it is, but after the last 3 weeks of taking it easy, it's feeling better now, getting there. It bugs me after a long day on my feet, but I can do most just walking and stuff without pain. So we're getting better. That's the good news. So here's the story, the scoop on CrossFit Open. It was fun. It was weird. Given COVID, we didn't do like Friday night lights at the gym like we normally do. About a month before the Open started, I decided that I was not going to sign up for it. My hip was bugging me, and so I just kind of figured I wouldn't pay the money to actually be in the Open, submit scores, all that fun stuff. And then I don't know. This will be my third year, and I just didn't want to miss it. So I decided to sign up. My hip started feeling better, and we just went for it. Now, I will admit, it started the weekend after my 4x4x48, and that was not the best decision. So I still have to get better at dialing things back, making smarter choices. But without any more preamble, let's take a look at this year's CrossFit Open footage with a little bit of commentary. Here we go. 2021 CrossFit Open. So 21.1 was really about, it's definitely my worst finish overall, all the workouts. Couple factors there. I have injured both my shoulders in the last year, and so I haven't done a whole lot of overhead work. And so I didn't do a whole lot of handstand push-ups. I've actually had never done a wall walk before this workout. So the technique overall, I think, is the main thing that killed me on this. And then my feet were killing me from the 4x4x48. So jump ropes, double unders did not go very well. Those first few rounds we went unbroken. Then everything fell apart. My shoulders blew up. I had no good technique. Really what it came down to is if you time that out, if you just went 4 steps back with your hands, then it went a lot better. But I started getting into some of these little stutter steps and failing reps, falling on my head, and that fatigue crushed me. So I did not even come close to finishing this workout. I forget, but not a good one. 21.2 went better. Again, box jumps weren't, and even the dumbbell snatches going up into my toes. My big toe arch of my foot on my right foot was really hurting me these days. And so you could see, well, you don't have all the footage of this workout, but I was basically really favoring my right foot on all those box jumps. So I was jumping so that I wouldn't land on my right foot. I would always land on my left, so I totally blew up my left side a lot more. This one was brutal. I think I finished it like in 16:11 or something like that, which I'm happy with the finish, with the time and the score given the circumstances. And then I was sore for probably two good days, 3 days. And my back just blows up your posterior chain. Burpees are not one of my strengths. I need to work on them. But overall, pretty solid finish. And 21.3 and 21.4. I was stoked for this one. Okay, this one is epic. I mean, here's the deal. So all the volume of squats that I've been doing, these front squats and thrusters really weren't too crazy for me. I didn't feel those except for in my shoulders. So again, like I said in the first workout, my shoulders right now are not the strongest, definitely not what they have been. I was thinking about it today, like this workout has toes to bar, chest to bar, muscle ups. I probably had done like 15 muscle ups in the last 8 months prior to this workout, and I got through 22 of them. So I did not finish 21.3, but I had a whole heck of a lot of fun. I think overall, pacing wise, I think I broke the toes to bar into like a 15, 8, 7. I think I should have done 2 big sets, so like 20 and 10. Chest to bar, they were what they were. Again, I haven't worked a whole lot of gymnastics. I've just had a different focus. So this year it's hard for me not to get frustrated or too competitive. It's not going to be my best open finish, but my focus is different, and I've had to remind myself of that. But it was a lot of fun. And then 21.4, coming right up here, it's 1 deadlift, 1 power clean, or 1 clean, and then a hang clean, and then a jerk. And so I was able to do 215, that's this lift right here. Overall, pretty happy with it. I think 235 is actually my 1 rep on a jerk, which I probably couldn't even hit right now. So 215 moved really well. And that's a wrap on the CrossFit Open. I learned some good lessons this year. I think that maturity wise, within like just doing CrossFit for about 3 years now, I've grown in my ability to pace my own workout and not just pace off of other people's scores or different things like that. And so I've definitely improved in doing what I know I need to do, and the workout goes a lot better versus when you run somebody else's race and then you redline or you blow up, you make dumb choices. So overall that was good. And like I said, guys, something that's important, an important reminder, and I don't do this perfectly because I've beat myself up over some of these workout finishes, wished that I had worked on skills, but in your journey, you're gonna have different focuses in different seasons. And so for me, I wasn't even planning to sign up for the Open a month out. I've been running a lot, I've been squatting a lot, but I have not been doing CrossFit in the same way that I did in the previous years. So there's some things that I'm a lot stronger at than I even was in the previous years, but there's also some things that I definitely just technique wise haven't done as much. The muscle, just endurance that is needed for like barbell cycling is not there in the same way it was. So that's okay though, and that's part of just growing, learning, and different seasons. So you can't be the best at everything. So it depends on what your focus is, and right now for me it's that 500-pound back squat and the sub 5-minute mile, and that means that some other areas are gonna sacrifice right now, but that's okay. So to give a little quick update for you guys, I'm sure you're wondering, it dropped off. I'm sure some of you are like, yep, it's the goal has ended. He's not putting stuff out. The goal has not ended. We're gonna hit a 500-pound back squat and a sub 5-minute mile. It's just that I had that hip flexor injury, and I've been really working gradually and trying to be smart about how I rehab that to come back so that we can do that versus pushing again, re-injuring, prolonging the recovery time. But over the last 2-3 weeks, I've been getting back into the Smolov strength cycle, but at lower weights. So I'm taking that 400-pound back squat PR and then working around 65 to 75%, which is kind of the range where right now I know I can squat without pain. And then I'm hoping in the next 2 weeks to kind of work back up to the point where I can jump in, do another 5 weeks of Smolov at the right percentage numbers as it's programmed. But right now it's different things. So I'm doing like 100 squats at 185, just breaking it up in sets of 10. So high volume, lower weight. I'm doing some box squats with higher weight, but obviously with box squats you're getting that, you have that stopping point. And for me with the hip, it's anytime I go below depth. A couple other little injury things. I'm working on figuring out a good plan to deal with it. But it's happened now a couple times since I've started this journey where my ribs on my back right side, have popped out a couple different times. And it seems to be when I do overhead lifts like jerks. And so I'm working to just put a plan in place to strengthen around that area so that doesn't keep happening, because when those ribs go out, then back squatting and anything is painful, and it kind of just takes away the wind in your sails until I can go to the chiropractor, get those work back in, and it takes kind of 2-3 days once they're back in for me to feel 100%. So we're working through some things, but we're putting in the work, and it's just one of those like adapt and overcome. Something that I'm learning with this journey is it is a big freaking goal. Like this goal to back squat 500 pounds and run a sub 5-minute mile for me is a massive goal, and it's going to take a year of consistent training, of changing the way that I'm eating, tracking macros, of extra ROMWOD and stretching, of just all these different things, and putting it all together and being consistent, being disciplined, and even when you're not motivated to go out and do it, but being disciplined because we want to achieve it. And I'm sure there's going to be months where I get sick of squatting and I don't want to do it in the same way that I do right now. But we're going to get there. We're putting in the work. We don't quit. That's what it comes down to. We don't quit. So with that, I guess we'll close out with that plug. We do have We Don't Quit shirts. I should be wearing one. But my wife designed that lion logo and everything. So if you want to support the goal and just join the tribe, feel free to go pick one up. The link will be in the bottom of this video. Link is in my Instagram bio. So we're gonna tune out here, and thanks for watching the video, guys.